Hi guys, it's Kristen. I'm back with more information from our Lord Jesus, and I tell you what, my brain is scrambled. It's probably that adrenal tumor they still haven't taken care of, but my memory is horrible and my brain's like scrambled. But I have to go in a minute and get another treatment of IV antibiotics. So I'm going to kind of hurry through this stuff and then I'll try to explain it a little more. I'm going to try to do several videos if my health will cooperate, so that I can get caught up on all this that Jesus has given me, and hopefully I can get you guys caught up. And before I begin, if anyone needs a Bible, a hard copy of the Bible, please email me at watchwomanforjesus@gmail.com, and I'll send you out a Bible free of charge. And I have some nice Bibles. Also, if anyone can help me out due to all my problems right now, I could really use it, and I'll leave all the information, my PayPal and the Cash App. Also, I have a post office box if anyone wants to send in a card or letter of encouragement. I do have a post office box as well, and I'll include that. So I have a lot of information, as I said, that he's given me, and some of it I'm still studying to try to figure out myself. So you'll want to study it on your own on Google or something. Also, you can probably hear my husband snoring sometimes. It's like I bore him with my videos. He falls asleep every time I'm about to make one. So probably because he's gotten the information as I get it. Anyway, let me get started. Like I said, some of this is mind-bending information. You're just going to have to Google the information and study it. I'm still learning about it, but I wanted to go ahead and give it to you. So yesterday, I got the word Idris. I didn't even know what it meant, and I had to Google it and to kind of find out. Idris is mentioned in the Quran, but I don't think it's mentioned in the Bible. And I believe Idris to be Enoch is so far what I've gotten from studying it, but really I just Googled Idris because my phone spelled it all on its own, and God does that to me when I'm not catching something or I can't remember my dreams to get the point across. And so I'm still studying on what Idris is, but so far I did pull up Enoch is Idris the prophet. He was first of Adam's children to be given prophecy. I'm not sure if that's true or not true. I just, like I said, found that on Google. And so please study it. He hasn't told me yet what it means, but I do know that he wants people to read the book of Enoch or study some of the book of Enoch. And I do have the Apocrypha, although my book was moved while I was in the hospital for 60 days. I don't know if some of you watching this for the first time and probably don't know that I was in the hospital for 60 days after 2 emergency surgeries, and then I also got a infection and then was put in the ICU and was on a ventilator for 4 days. And then where they had to access my central line of my neck, I got a blood clot that is in my neck still and goes down into my arm. So I've had several setbacks as far as health, and I was already kind of ill before that because I have lupus. So I'm trying to deal with my own health issues and then study these things that the Lord gives me in between all that, and then give them to you guys. So I got that, and then here's the other thing you're gonna have to study. I also got Dirac, Dirac, okay, and I didn't know what that meant either, so I had to Google it, and then I figured out what he was telling me, because he gives me stuff that's over my head, but eventually I do figure it out. And Paul Dirac was a theoretical physicist, okay? So he came up with the equation, and they call it in physics, they call it the equation of love, or the formula for love, because I really don't know why. I mean, you'll figure that out when you Google it, but it's because God has told me about quantum entanglement being real, and some scientists don't think so, because they really think that it cannot go along with Einstein's theories. And this is basically the equation of what makes quantum physics and relativity go together, or how it's possible that they are together. Babe. Okay, so it's Paul Dirac developed an equation that integrates aspects of special relativity and quantum physics and lets us know how they can actually, coincide. So I guess God wants you to study that, and then there's more on Dirac, and also where Einstein recommended Paul Dirac as to be on a team of something that he was doing. So it said, what did Einstein say about Dirac? And basically he held him in esteem, so that's good. And then I also keep getting, I get a lot in my dreams, and I wish I could remember all the dreams, but I seem to, every time my health is bad, not be able to remember them so well. So hopefully, as soon as I'm feeling better here, I'll remember all of them. But right now, I just get bits and pieces, and I'll give you those. But I did get several numbers. I'm probably not going to be able to give them all. So, like I said, I'm going to have to do a couple videos and just try to give you guys more information on things I've given you already, and to get more numbers out to you. But this one meant soldiers. I guess you probably all know why that is. But also I saw this because I had given you guys Brazil and Colombia. Also I get the border of Mexico over and over. And this happened in Brazil. It was an incredible moment of a huge bolt of lightning that struck their statue of Christ. And so I don't know why that would be or what he's trying to say there, but that happened either way. And then also, I don't know if you heard of the train derailment in Ohio. So I had gotten the word chemicals in my dreams so many times, and also coming in the air, and also trains. I gave that over and over and over. And there was a couple actually that I saw yesterday derailed since the one in Ohio, but the one in Ohio is very concerning as far as environmental pollutants that can harm humans. So if you didn't know about that, please look that up. But also, I forgot to tell you guys a couple of things that I got. And for one thing, Steel City. I kept getting Steel City. I think probably talking about Pittsburgh. And so I don't know what might happen there. And then I got other areas, but I'll have to look here on my paperwork to see what they were. I keep getting Texas again and Kansas. I do know that. And California, of course. I got Kansas a few times. I got Texas a few more times. And also, I've gotten California again. Also, I had a dream, guys, of yellow fever. I don't know because I can't remember it all, but I know it was about yellow fever. So please take that to him in prayer. See what he wants us to do about that. And also, I got dreams of teacher shortages. So I don't know what might go on with teachers, but we had a teacher shortage. And if you're following him closely, he probably has already told you to homeschool your children if at all possible. I did get another catastrophe happen, or will happen, in schools. So if my kids were in school nowadays, I would definitely homeschool them. As a matter of fact, I did my youngest. If I had to, homeschool them at night and work during the day, I'd still do that. So I also got 8389 appearance, also resemble, form, goodly, beautiful, favored, countenance, fair. And I think he may be talking about the 144 because I've never gotten this one yet. And then also gold, I got that, but I got silver several times before I got gold. So I don't know why then now I'm getting gold. But also I got snow several times, and sheeted with snow. And then Lebanon, something happening in Lebanon. I also got another huge quake, and I got it right before the one in Turkey. Just this past month, I got huge quake coming now, right before that one happened. So that's not good. And then I got then another volcano is about to explode, and I don't know where, but I did get sea floor. So I'm thinking possibly one from the seafloor is going to explode again. And then I got 7, the number 7 and 7 times over and over and over. As I've told you guys, I did see 7 planets coming in this planetary system that will pass ours. And so I'm pretty late for this appointment. I'm going to give you guys a few more here and then try to be back on later with some more information. It's probably best that way because some of you watch all the way through, but the majority of people only watch the first so many minutes of a video of mine. Remember this too, guys. Write this down to study. I got Crossroads, many dreams of it. And then I found out there was an Operation Crossroads. Then I also had gotten Popeye way back, and I didn't know why, but there was an Operation Popeye. I had to study that. And I got Alice, as in Alice in Wonderland. And I couldn't figure out why I was getting Alice, but when I look it up, that is a part of the CERN Collider, which I also got several times in a dream. And then, I don't know if you remember, but I did a video when God said, was I ready to light it up blue? And so, it's crazy, but I think a big blue light lit up somewhere. A friend sent me a video to watch on time travel and also several things about these operations. And I just happened to notice that they were telling about something light lit up the whole sky blue for like several minutes or something, right outside of New York City, right around the time he had given me that. So some of these things that I get from God, I don't even notice or hear about when they do happen. And that's really kind of, bummer. Because I'd like to know when the things happen that I put out, but it's just impossible to know. Like now, I might have so much information, it may be impossible for me to give it all to you, but I'm going to try. But several things in that video blew me away because I'd been getting both atoms, like, the vision of an actual atom or the drawing that they use, the symbol. And I also had gotten ions. And so I was looking those up last night, but I've gotten those several times. And then I was looking at what an atom looks like, and then, of course, it pulled up molecule instead of atom. But molecule is a group of 2 or more atoms held together by attractive forces. So I keep also getting opposites attract. And then in this one here, it says attractive forces known as chemical bonds. And so depending on the context, that would be the case. And then see again, so I guess you can see that little, I don't know if the light's shining too brightly, but you can see what an atom symbol looks like, and then see that I've gotten it again on my phone to remind me to give that to you. So the other day, my whole family, in the course of my being sick with all this and surgery and everything, everyone in my household caught the norovirus. So that was the other warning. If you guys have not had the norovirus yet, please keep your hands clean as far as washing them several times a day. And hand gel doesn't actually work very well for the norovirus, but it's better than nothing. So keep using that if you go out. It's going to sweep across the United States. But myself and my family already had it. It was in my whole house. So they called me in medicine for nausea and vomiting. And look, it's the company's name when I picked it up is Rising, and that's hilarious because I get that from God almost every day. So I had to give you guys that to show you. Then I had bought wipes also, and they came. I actually got these on Amazon. I didn't even know, the name of them or anything. I just went on there and had just probably picked whatever's cheaper. Anyway, it says total protection. That's crazy because I get that as well. And then twice lately, we're behind a vehicle and see the word up. And I got it again when I'm just sitting there, and then the vehicle beside me, and it said up. And it's crazy. I just can't believe how he works to give us encouragement. And then that is something about those left behind. It was to debar. Actually, I moved this a minute ago because I wanted to be sure I had it correct. But yeah, to debar from benefit or injury, and then withhold, keep back, refrain. So it is to basically leave behind. And I'm trying to, talk to those who may be left here after the first rapture, but remember, there are 3. Also, I had another dream, guys. I'd given this one other time, and here's a very encouraging number that I got, 4791. Elevation. And both myself and Deborah, she has her own YouTube channel, both of us saw things happening here on Earth, meteors falling and flooding and stuff, and we were actually somewhere up above looking down for a period of time, and I saw it, and so has she. So I think that is when the 144 taken up for you briefly and then brought back down, because it does say altitude. And so that's crazy. A place of elevation, altitude, a high place, and I think we're going to be there for a brief time, and we could see things happening on Earth. But anyway, yeah, so I got this dream again about putting towels, wet towels, up, to the doors, where the cracks are, at the bottom of doors. And I told you guys a moment ago, I keep getting coming in the air, also dust in the air. And so the wind was so severe that it was blowing all this dust and debris everywhere. And it created dust storms so severe that it was kind of like the Dust Bowl that they had years ago in the United States. But you had to put these wet towels up to the doors, and I didn't understand what he was telling me when he first showed me this in the dream, and then now I do, because he elaborated on that. And then one other time lately I had a dream of fire, and the fire was so severe that it was everywhere, and these little sparks were being blown around, and debris were hitting the house, and then sparks were landing on the house at the same time. It was pretty scary. And then also, though, guys, I got hospice several times and home health care, and I don't know why, but I continue to get it. And then my husband had a dream of where he just had back surgery 2 weeks ago. So he's still recovering, but before his surgery, he had a dream of going up, and right before they put him out for the surgery, they said, yeah, this is going to cost you. This will probably be around 60 or 70,000. And he was like, oh, well, good thing I have insurance. And they looked at him real funny. So I think something will happen with health insurance as well. So if you have something that you need done, because I think there's going to be so many of us, actually a small portion leaving in the first rapture, the bride. But this is for those who may not leave in the first rapture. If you have something done health-wise that's a concern, that the doctors or whatever, you've known for a while that you have to get something done with whatever it is, do that now, please, because we're not going to keep going on like we are now. And if you're not taken in the first rapture, it's going to be a bad deal. And then I also got to rip, tear, also that there's going to actually be not just a tear, sorry guys, a tear or rip in the sky, but in a tear or a rip in space-time itself. So I don't really know what that would entail or what he means by that, but also I wanted to give that. And then also I keep getting music. I got back-to-back, Let the Music Play, and then another song about music right after that. And it was, it blew me away. But anyway, something about music, how it heals, and there's a lot of good that comes from it if you're listening to the right music. And some people think that, we'll have to get into that on a different video, but some people think that rock and roll, like the old type, is not good for you. But actually, unless it's like rap and it's got a lot of negative things in there, it is probably good for you. So I know classical music's good. Of course, gospel music's good. And also the old type of, rock and roll even. Even that song, old time rock and roll, how it's not made anymore and stuff, that is so true. And I got that from God as well. So, yes, music of any kind is good for us and for your brain. but it's also healing. It heals the body. I did not know that until God told me. But remember, guys, I gave you border, and also Mexico and Brazil, Colombia. I don't know why I keep getting that. And then Kansas, also Texas again, and then also California. And then I even got a something about my own home right near me. Every time I go up for an appointment to Bloomington, I'm sorry, guys. Every time I go to Bloomington for an appointment lately, I get that song, Gonna Rock This Town, something about shake the town or rock the town. So I know there's going to be an earthquake that's very near my home, and I think it really will just travel like up the highway there by Bloomington, that new highway they just put in, 69. So I keep getting that over and over, and I just wanted people to know that in case you're near me. But there's going to be, several quakes, but that would be the New Madrid. So I've gotten more and more warnings for the New Madrid as well. But this is getting pretty long. I did end up making it over 20 minutes, guys, because I have so much to share with you. But I'm going to try, when my health is cooperating, to make a couple more videos. So look for those, please, because usually if I put out more than one or two is missed and not seen, because they don't share them anyway. It's only you guys that come and check that actually see my videos. They try to suppress this as much as possible. And that's another thing. I'm only getting about a fourth of the views I used to get. So if you guys can share this with someone, or anyone actually that needs to hear it or that may share it, please do. And if you have a bigger channel than mine, please share my channel. He wants us to do that, but I rarely see it. And then also remember, if you need a Bible, email me at watchwomanforjesus@gmail.com. And if you can help out, I'll put all the things, ways to help in the description, and I'll be back on as soon as possible, guys. And I missed you all, and I love you all. Shalom.